I'm glad to share my thoughts on the COSTWAY VD-23239EP Air Fryer for the Reviews Inside TV channel. Hello and welcome to Reviews Inside TV. Today I'm looking at a kitchen gadget that claims to deliver fried results with little or no oil. So if you're trying to eat healthier without giving up crispy textures, you might find this interesting. The model in question is the COSTWAY VD-23239EP, a 3.4 quart 1400 watt 7-in-1 hot air deep cooker with digital controls, detachable basket, dishwasher safe parts, and a green finish. Let's begin by clarifying what this air fryer offers and why it matters. The VD-23239EP features rapid hot air circulation to mimic traditional frying effects, so it aims to reduce or eliminate the need for oil. It comes with a digital temperature control up to around 400 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 204 degrees Celsius, and a 60-minute timer, along with 7 preset cooking modes: fries, chips, shrimp, cake, chicken, steak, and fish. Its capacity is listed as 3.4 quarts, which should serve roughly a family of 4. The detachable basket allows easier transfer of food, and both the basket and the pan are said to be dishwasher safe, which helps with cleanup. The manufacturer also emphasizes no oil smell, no splatter, no mess, and mentions safe operation via air inlet-outlet design. So the pain points being addressed include messy oil frying, splatter, difficult cleanup, and the desire for healthier cooking without sacrificing the textures of fried food. In actual use, I set this air fryer up in my test kitchen. The initial setup was straightforward. Plug in, read the manual, which is short and clear, select your preset or manually set temperature time via the touch LCD panel. For my first test, I tried frozen French fries as a baseline, since most users will try that. I preheated for a few minutes as recommended, then loaded about 300 grams of fries into the basket. After about 15 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius, I achieved a well crispy outside and tender inside, with only 1 teaspoon of oil added for crisping. The basket handle stayed cool to the touch, which is a nice safety touch. Next, I tested roasted vegetables. Chopped carrots, broccoli, sweet potato, set to about 180 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. They turned out evenly cooked, slightly charred around the edges, which I liked. Then I tried a chicken breast, 1 large, using the preset or roughly 190 degrees Celsius for 18 minutes. It came out well cooked, moist inside with a decent browned exterior. On the flip side, when testing something delicate like a cake, one of the presets, I found that the top surface browned nicely, but the interior was a little denser than expected, perhaps because the hot air circulation is optimized for fry grill rather than baking. Also, the 3.4 quart capacity meant that when I tried to load a full 4-person portion of, say, chicken wings, the basket got a little crowded and the crisping was slightly less even. Cleaning was easy. The basket and pan were indeed removable and fit into a dishwasher, but the outer surface gathered some splatter residue due to air outlet venting. Wiping that part down takes a bit of effort. Overall performance was solid for its stated aims, subject to usual size limitations. Now, reflecting on its strengths, the build feels reasonably good. The detachable basket and cool touch handle are practical and safe. The digital control panel adds a modern touch and presets simplify operation for everyday users. The capacity is decent for small families, and the brand's promise of fewer oil messes is largely fulfilled. I experienced minimal splatter compared to a traditional deep fryer. On the weaker side, because the size is on the smaller side, 3.4 quarts, it may struggle when you try to cook larger batches. The baking performance is less strong than its frying, grilling performance. So if you expected it to replace a full oven for cakes or big roasts, you'll be slightly disappointed. Also, while the manufacturer claims the basket is dishwasher safe, frequent removal and cleaning of those parts is still required, and the outer housing still needs manual cleaning. Some of the presets didn't precisely match my manual adjustments. You may still need to tweak times, temperature. If I were to pick a subjective con, it's the look. The green color is unusual and may not suit all kitchen decors. When it comes to value for money, you'll want to weigh its features against alternatives in the market. For example, there are other air fryers with larger capacities, 4 to 5 quarts, or more advanced features like dual cooking zones or rotisserie options at somewhat higher price points. For a modest budget, however, the COSTWAY VD-23239EP presents solid utility. The 1400 watts power, the digital controls, and the relatively generous capacity for everyday families make it a fair match if you don't need the largest size or ultra-premium extras. If you compare it to a similarly priced model with smaller capacity or no digital panel, this unit offers a good step up. If you compare it to a higher-end model with 5 quart capacity and more features, then you may find you're sacrificing a bit. In terms of build quality and expected longevity, the materials, the basket, pan, and handle feel sturdy, though they are mostly coated metal plastic, which is typical for this category. The brand, COSTWAY, is known for budget-friendly appliances, so long-term durability may be slightly less than premium brands that invest more in metal housing and heavy-duty components. Because this is a newer model, I didn't have long-term usage data, so my judgment is based on build feel and general brand reputation. Expect good performance for maybe 2 to 3 years of regular use if cared for, and moderate lifespan beyond that depending on usage frequency. I haven't had cause to use customer support for this unit, so I can't speak from direct experience. The manufacturer does state, "We at COSTWAY stand behind our products with our satisfaction," and emphasizes great customer service, which suggests they have some support infrastructure. That said, a brand in this price tier often has limited advanced support compared to premium brands, so you might want to keep packaging and proof of purchase just in case. To compare briefly with competitors, one alternative might be a 4-quart air fryer from a more established name with similar wattage but fewer digital presets. So while that unit may offer slightly larger capacity, you may sacrifice the ease of presets and digital interface. Another competitor might be a larger 5-quart model with rotisserie and dual cooking modes. If you pay more for that, you get more versatility, but also larger footprint and possibly higher power consumption. Relative to those, the COSTWAY hits a sweet spot of mid-capacity, digital control, and reasonable price. But it's not a top-tier premium model with all bells and whistles. In summary, this air fryer delivers well on its main objective, offering healthier cooking with less oil, minimal mess, and practical ease of use for everyday meals. If you are a household of up to 4, looking for a capable mid-sized air fryer with decent digital controls and don't mind that it's not the largest size or the premium brand with advanced extras, then this is a very viable choice. On the other hand, if you regularly cook for 6 or more people, or you want a machine that can replace an oven entirely for baking large cakes or roasts, then you might want to explore the higher capacity, higher price models. All in all, I'd recommend it for its stated audience and usage scenario. Thanks for watching. I hope that helped you decide whether this is the right air fryer for you. If you have questions or you own one already, drop a comment below and share your experience. The link to get the product can be found in the comments box. Goodbye until next time on Reviews Inside TV, where we help you pick the gear that works in real life.